Hello everyone, welcome to your mathematics class. Today we will begin our exercise 3.2. Question number 1 in 3.2. What is the sum of any two odd numbers and even numbers? So this question is asking about sum of any two odd numbers and even numbers. So let's see. For odd numbers, if we add any two odd numbers, here I am adding 7 and 3. So answer is 10. And 10 is an even number. Let's take one more example for this. 5 plus 9. 14. Again, the sum is even. So that means if you add any two odd numbers, your answer will always be an even number. Next, it is asking for the sum of any two even numbers. So if we add any two even numbers, such as I am adding 6 and 2, so it is 8. 8 is an even number. Then I am adding 10 and 12. 22 is also an even number. So you add any two odd numbers or even numbers, your answer will always be an even number. Next, question number 2. State whether the following statements are true or false. Few statements are given in this question and we need to tell whether they are true or false. First statement is the sum of three odd numbers is even. So let's check. Add any three odd numbers and find out your answer is even or odd. You will always get an odd number as your sum of three different odd numbers. So this is false. Statement B. The sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. Let's check. If we add two odd numbers and one even number, then what will be the answer? It is an even number. And if you add any odd numbers and even number, you will always get your answer as an even number. So this statement is true. Next is the product of three odd numbers is odd. Let's multiply now these three odd numbers. And your answer is an odd number. You will always get your answer as an odd number. So this statement is again true. Next statement. If an even number is divided by 2, the quotient is always odd. Let's check it. Whenever we divide 4 with 2, we get our answer as 2. That is even. But if we divide 6 with 2, our answer is an odd number. So that means this statement is false. Because this is not true for all the even numbers divided by 2. Next statement. All prime numbers are odd. This is false again because we know 2 is an even prime number. Next is prime numbers do not have any factors. Is it true? No, this is false. Prime numbers at least have two factors. So this is again false. Next is sum of two prime numbers is always even. Let's check. 2 is a prime number and 3 is a prime number. So sum of two prime numbers is always even. Sum of 2 and 3 is 5 and 5 is an odd number. So this is false. Next statement. 2 is the only even prime number. This is true. Next is all even numbers are composite numbers. No, we cannot say that because 2 is an even number but it is a prime number. It is not a composite number. So this is false. Last statement is the product of two even numbers is always even. Let's multiply any two even numbers. Your answer is an even. Let's check it for one more product. 8. Yes. Whenever you multiply any two even numbers, your answer will be an even number. So this statement is true. Question number 3. The numbers 13 and 31 are prime numbers. Both these numbers have same digits 1 and 3. Find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. So in question number 3, a pair of prime numbers is given 13 and 31. This has two digits 1 and 3. And you are asked to find more such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. So let's find out. After 13, prime number is 17. And then we can write down 71. And 17 and 71 both are prime numbers and they have two digits 1 and 7. Moving on to forward to from 17, we will get next prime number as 37. It will be paired with 73. It has digits 7 and 3. Next pair will be 79 and 97. Digits are 7 and 9. These are the only pairs of prime numbers with same digits up to 100. Question number 4. Write down separately the prime and composite numbers less than 20. We need to write down prime and composite numbers less than 20. Firstly, we will write prime numbers. And prime numbers starts with 2. Then we have 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. Less than 20, these are the only prime numbers. Rest we need to write composite numbers. All other numbers other than these prime numbers will be composite numbers. So we will start. We will not write 1 here because 1 is neither prime nor composite. So we will start with 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18. These are composite numbers less than 20. Moving on to next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, what is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? So firstly, let's write down all the prime numbers between 1 and 10. So between 1 and 10, prime numbers will start from 2, 3, 5, 7. Yes, these 4 are the only prime numbers between 1 and 10. So from this we can say 7 is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. Next, question number 6. Express the following as the sum of two odd primes. There are few numbers are given in this question and you need to express these numbers in the form of sum of two odd prime numbers. First number is 44. So let's find out those two prime numbers that on addition can give you a sum of 44. If we add 13 and 31, we will get our sum as 44. You can get other pairs also, like if you add 3 and 41, again 3 and 41 both are prime numbers and sum of them is also 44. So in this way you can find any pair for expressing these numbers in the form of odd prime numbers. I'll be doing one more for you. Next is 24. If I find pair of odd numbers that can give you a sum of 24, that could be 19 and 5. Another pair could be 11 and 13. Rest two parts you will do as your homework. B and D part. Alright. Next, question number 7. Give 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. In this question, you need to write those prime numbers. Difference of those is 2. For such as 5 and 7. If you subtract them, you will get difference of 2. 7 minus 5, 2. This is your first pair. Second pair is 11 and 13. 13 minus 11, 2. Next pair, 17 and 19. 19 minus 17, answer is 2. So these are the pairs whose difference is 2. You need to write only 3 pairs. We have other pairs also. So you can write any 3. Next, question number 8. There are 4 numbers given in this question and it is asked which of the following numbers are prime. You need to find which of the following or given 4 numbers is a prime number. So numbers are given 23, 51, 37 and 26. Now we can say 26 is an even number. So this is not a prime number. So 26 is not a prime number. Now let's check 23. Factors of 23. 1, 23 and and there is no other number that can divide 23. So this is a prime number. Check 51. Factors of 51, 1 and 51 itself. But this 51 can be divided with 17 and 3 also. So this 17 and 3 are also a factor of 51. So 51 has 4 factors, but prime numbers have only 2 factors. That is, one is the number itself and other is number 1. So 51 is not a prime number. Similarly, we will see for 37, factors of 37, 1 and 37. There is no other number that can divide 37. So this 37 is also a prime number. You can say 23 and 37 are prime numbers. Alright. Question number 9. Question number 9 is, write 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 so that there is no prime number between them. In this question, we need to write 7 consecutive composite numbers in between 1 to 100. So if we check a number chart of from 1 to 100, so there is only one pair of 7 consecutive composite numbers, and that is 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 and 96. 89 is a prime number. And 97 is also a prime number. But in between 90 to 96, there is no prime number. So this is a single 7 consecutive composite numbers between 1 and 100. Let's take question number 10. Question number 10 is, express each of the following numbers as the sum of 3 odd prime numbers. Now we need to express these numbers as the sum of 3 odd prime numbers. So part A and part B you will do as your homework. I am doing here part C. We need to express this 53 as the sum of 3 odd prime numbers. So we can get 53 by adding 13, 17 and 23. These 3 odd prime numbers can give us a sum of 53. Next is 61. 61 can be expressed as 7 plus 13 plus 41. You can find other 3 prime numbers also. It is not necessary to that these numbers can only be expressed in these numbers. There can be other prime numbers also. So you can do it by yourself. Question number 11. Question number 11 is, write 5 pairs of prime numbers less than 20 whose sum is divisible by 5. Now we have to write 5 pairs of prime numbers whose sum is divisible by 5. Now we know any number that have 0 and 5 at units place that can be divided by 5. So let's see. If we add 2 and 3, 2 and 3 are prime numbers. So we get answer as 5. So this is divisible by 5. This is first pair. Second pair would be 2 plus 13. This is 15. Yes, 15 is divisible by 5. Next pair, 3 plus 17 gives you 20, and 20 is again divisible by 5. Now if we add 7 plus 13, it again gives 20, and 20 is divisible by 5. Next pair could be 11 plus 19. This is 30 and 30 is divisible by 5. There can be other pairs also, but we need to write only 5 pairs. If we add 7 and 3, that will give us 10. 10 is also divisible by 5. So we can write this pair also. So there are other pairs also for this. We can write any 5. It is not necessary to write these only. You can write any 5. Last question is question number 12, which is fill in the blanks. First is a number which has only 2 factors is called a prime number. Second, a number which has more than 2 factors is called a composite number. One is neither prime nor composite. Next, the smallest prime number is 2. The smallest composite number is 4. The smallest even number is 2. So with this, we finish our exercise 3.2. Thank you.